After the miraculous war, Avram saved his nephew Lot. There was the war between the 4 kings, the 5 kings, and Avram was able to save his nephew Lot and the entire city of Sodom. So the king of Sodom wanted to show his gratitude to Avram Avinu. He wanted to give him gifts. Avram said, made a shvua. He said, I'm not taking anything. Not from a string until a shoestring. Nothing. I'm not taking anything, so that it shouldn't be said. Strange words. It shouldn't be said. Ani yashadiyas Avram. So nobody can say, I was the one who made Avram rich. I get my riches only from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But there's obviously a hidden messages over here. Very big remozim. What is the string? What's the shoestring? So Chazal already start and begin and open up the secret over here and tell us that from the schar that Avram Avinu said that I'm not going to take any strings. So Klal Yisrael, they're the descendants of Avram Avinu, they have the mitzvah of tzitzis. And from the fact that Avram said, Atzreichnal, I won't even take a shoelace, so we have the mitzvah of chalitza. When we know when a person dies, doesn't leave over any children, so his brother, the woman is called the Yevama. According to the Torah, she has to marry the brother of her dead husband. If he doesn't want to marry her, he does chalitza, he releases her from the bonds of the marriage. She's not a shemeres yavam anymore, and then she can go marry whoever wants. It's called chalitza. So this mitzvah of chalitza came. Why? Because Avram Avinu refused to take the shoelace. Why do we have tzitzis? Because Avram Avinu refused to take the chut from the Sodom. Says the Shem Shmuel very beautifully explains what's going on over here. Avram Avinu had dealings with all the people around him. We see he was involved in wars. He helped. He saved. He had to create relationships with the Melech of Sodom. The Melech of Sodom was a wicked person. We know in the next week's parasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to destroy Sodom. Not a person that Avram really wants to have a relationship, but he didn't have a choice. He had to save his nephew Lot. Avram Avinu Bechlal, his whole life was involved in bringing people close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's out there in the world. He's bringing people close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But then there's a risk. Doesn't want. He might get too attached to the people around him. He might get pulled by the influences from the world around him. So he said, I'm not taking not a string, not a shoelace, nothing that can connect me with the Melech Sodom. I don't want any connection with the Melech Sodom. I don't want to have a string. I don't want to have a shoestring ties, the string ties. I don't want to have any ties to those people. I don't want to have a tie to the Sodom people. I do my thing. I had to save them. Very good. Thank you very much for saying thank you. And that's it. I don't want to have too much of a connection to be connected to the outside influences, to the rishas, to the evil of the people of Sodom. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, beautiful. The mitzvah of tzitzis, when a person wears his tzitzis and he looks at his tzitzis, his chartim is called mitzvah Hashem. We know there's a story that Chazal tell us about the Gemara in Menachos, about a person who almost was fell into a terrible sin, and then he got hit by the strings of the tzitzis. What does it mean he got hit by the strings of the tzitzis? Says the Shem Shmuel, the tzitzis remind him. The tzitzis is the bond that bonds him to the mitzvahs, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and separates him from the world around him. Same idea with Yibum and Chalitza, a little more complicated, but the idea is that the Yivama cannot marry anybody else because she's still connected to the husband. They have to be released with this Chalitza, with this process of doing Chalitza. Also the idea of something being connected to something else, and you have to, in order to free her from it, we have to read. This is the lesson of the string and the shoelace that Avram Avinu said he's not taking from the people of Sodom, not only because he didn't want to get things from the people. He didn't want to have the connectors. He didn't want to have too much of a connection with the people around him. With that, his children were zeicha that we also have mitzvahs. We have special mitzvahs like tzitzis that protect us from the influences of the world around us, that keep us insular enough, even when we go out into the world, even when we're out there and we're dealing with the people around us and the people in the world and the different nations and the people from different nationalities and different backgrounds and even people that are evil people. But we can do that in a way that we wear our tzitzis proudly. And we say, just like Avram Avinu didn't take the string from Sodom, we have our strings that keep us anchored in the Torah Kadosh and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and make sure that we do not get influenced by the world around us. Good Shabbos.